Yep, yep. Happy December 15th, 2017, an adventurous stream where we play Kingdom of Loathing, a dirty joke and stickman based game. I'm your host, a bad vibe known as McNally86, and I'll be doing daily streaming now till Crimbo is done. Daily streaming, 7 p.m. PST, I think. Should be right. Yeah, okay, let's close that. Minimize that. Alright, yeah, and I'm still the Halloween avatar. I thought about doing Santa, but Santa's kind of creepy. I mean, I could do Santa. When someone's in chat, I'll jump to Santa and show that. Anyway, I've been promising I'd start streaming KOL daily once Crimbo started, and Crimbo started yesterday, but it wasn't posted about today. So, oh right, Crimbo started yesterday. The big mountains have sprouted a giant rent in the fabric of space-time, and Tammy has set up her research camp in Seaside Town to figure out what's up. Ethan is here. Hey, would you mind being a guinea pig for me? I'm gonna change to Santa, and you tell me if Santa, or sorry, Uncle Crimbo, and you let me know if Uncle Crimbo is too creepy. So I'm gonna switch to Uncle Crimbo for the stream there, and we can make him KOL colors, why not? And ooh, gotta center him. Yeah, you let me know if Uncle Crimbo's too scary for your kids. And if he is, I'll switch back to Kitty Cat. Alright. Well, yeah, let's log in. I did receive some messages. And one of them I've been ignoring reading has been from a fan. So, DannyMan6654 sent me dank memes a while ago. And I never actually read it, so sorry, Danny man. And Ponotato said, "Whoa, Crimbo." He was trying to tell me that Crimbo has started to move. So, wow. So I realize I may not want to stream at this time again because I notice the game's almost going to shut down in 28 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. Thanks for blowing smoke. Alright. I'm gonna send Danny Man some deep machine tunnel snow globes. Yeah, man, rock on. Yeah, because I didn't. He can't receive things. Okay, well, too bad. I'll just send him a message. If you need that, tell me, and I'll go to the gift shop, and I'll wrap those snow globes up. Yeah, so, first, we gotta set up our machine elf with a mumming costume. So we're gonna dress him up as St. Patrick today. He's gonna give extra muscle stats after combat. And I'm thinking we should forego all the fun things. So tomorrow I'm going to start a half hour earlier. I think that will be the plan. So that way I've got extra time before maintenance starts. But the game's literally going to shut me off here. I don't know. That's a good way to limit time on episodes. So maybe I'll stick with this time. I don't know. I'll stick with this time. Okay. I had a lot of caffeine today. So I'm gonna go read the graffiti wall, but I think it's right. Stop stalling. I'm under a timer. For people who, for some reason, just watch KOL and don't actually play it, the game shuts down every night, so I only have limited time. So think flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right your way into his heart. I'ma try to see the whole titty. Played KOL originally back in 2005. I'm back, baby! Save the goats. I came. Mine on mine, mate. There are good memes, there are bad memes. But why has God abandoned me? It's a banana. All right. I'll just post my garbage and hopefully people watch me on the graffiti wall. So now... So I actually had a... I don't know. So I heard there's creepy monsters. I don't know if I'll actually get to encounter one today, but we'll find out what the Crimbo is going on. So holy cats! It's a silent night. It literally is a giant rend in the fabric of space. Okay, so let's go to the silent night. So that's what the theme is. Let's go to the cheerless spy. I don't know. Where's Tammy's... Okay, well, let's go check it out, I guess. The Cheerless Spire. You approach the door to the spire, but can't bear the silence. Maybe you should try those earplugs Tammy gave you. Okay, I haven't met Tammy yet, so... Yada, yada, yada. Roll over panic. Yeah. Okay. Where is Tammy? Oh, she's in Seaside Town. I should read more carefully. Alright, so... Where is she? Let's check the wrong side of the tracks. Nope. Right side of the tracks. There's Tammy's camp. So, let's go to Tammy's tent. Oh, McNally... Oh, sorry, this is Tammy the Elf. If you guys remember, for 2 years ago, she's a hippie. Message slightly delayed. I figured it out. Oh, McNally 86. I'm so glad to see you. Tammy the Crimbo elf runs up and gives you a big hug. I've been so scared. If you're new here and haven't actually met Tammy before, well, just roll with it, I guess. Hi, Tammy, you say. I didn't expect to see you here. Did something happen to Crimbo Town? Have you, seen Crimbo Town? She squeaks, her eyes all wide. It's crazy. It's like the whole place just sort of tore open. Like if everything was wrapping paper, but instead of a box, inside it's just darkness and, static, white noise. Except the opposite. It's black noise. It's silence, but not awful. But not, it's so awful. You pat Tammy's shoulder soothingly until she stops babbling and calms down a little. I'll go check it out, you tell her. With Uncle Crimbo gone, I guess it's up to deal with those things. Oh, by the way, last year in Crimbo, Uncle Crimbo ascended to another plane of existence. And yes, Tammy is best elf. I will read the Crimbo anthology of Crimbo histories this year, which I didn't tackle before. So you guys know what happened, but 2 years ago, Tammy summoned an elder god, Spirit of Christmas, and nature, and the guardian of nature, but also of horrors unspeakable beneath the ground. Alright, well, anyways. Yeah, she sniffs, wiping one eye with the corner of her tambourine. Wow, that cut you. I was kind of worried. Something like that would happen. I mean, Uncle Crimbo isn't gone. He's everywhere. But in the same ways, he's a lot like being gone. I mean, especially to anyone taking a look to take advantage of a power vacuum. She hands you a pair of extra fluffy white cotton balls. One of the R&D elves I escaped with made these earplugs, she says. They can filter out the black noise, so you can stand there without going nuts. I got anti-earplugs. These fluffy white cotton balls are apparently engineered to block out the black noise if you stuff them in your ears, so instead of all that maddening, deafening silence, you just hear nothing. DTLC reference? Tammy's tent. Okay. Looks like Tammy's busy conferring with the elf in a lab coat, and by conferring I mean the lab elf is waving a clipboard in the air agitatedly, and Tammy is waving her tambourine equally agitatedly, and both of them seem like they're on borderline of freaking out. Maybe you should just back out and come tomorrow. Alright, let's check out the R&D tent. There's nobody in that fancy-looking science tent. We should probably go talk to Tammy. Oh. I already did that. All right, let's put in those earplugs and investigate the silence. Recent items. Anti-earplugs. And they are accessories, not hats. I don't know why I thought they were hats, but let's go check out the deafening silence. By the way, does anyone in chat know if this has to do with the silence that has been attacking KOL for, what, 5 years? There's been a slow infiltration of silence in KOL. That's been creepy. Alright, so let's try again. The Cheerless Spire. Invisible plan office. You enter the eerily black spire and discover the entire first level's laid out like an open plan office. It is, you probably won't be surprised to learn, full of mimes. Most of the mimes are sitting at rows of empty tables waggling their fingers as though they're typing out invisible keyboards. And a couple are nodding silently at each other while standing around an invisible water cooler. One seems to be struggling to change the invisible toner cartridge on a large invisible networked printer copier. I know how work is. Some of the mimes have noticed you by now. Their typing has become more agitated and erratic. That's probably bad. Sorry, I shouldn't be dressed like Uncle Crimbo and say erotic, but there you have it. You're fighting a cheerless mime staple inspector. Nearby the empty space that passes for this office's water cooler, you attract the unwanted attention of a mime functionary. I get the jump on him. I'm going to hit him with a micrometeorite. You push him into the path of passing micrometeorite. He winces, but doesn't exactly understand why. Now I'll entangle him with pasta noodles. You conjure up a mass of sticky noodles to entangle your opponent. Your opponent struggles against the entangling noodles, but no avail. Now let's blast him with the cannoli cannon. You summon a massive cannoli cannon and fire them at your opponent. And blast your opponent with poos, dealing 67 stink damage. I win the fight and get 3 crystalline cheer. This looks and feels exactly like a shard of rock candy, but way more so. Like, dangerously way more so. Even just licking it would probably give you fatal happiness overdoses. Yeah, so this is the invasion of silence that has been going on for 5 years. I guess they finally tore open. Although, to be fair, I'm invading them. I understand you might get attacked by overbearing silence in any zone now. Alright, so Saint Bodeus shows you a workout that's mostly just Irish jigs, but that's one of the most aerobic dances, so it's pretty good exercise. Reminder, I dressed up Bodeus. And Monster Manual says, Mime office culture is a distinct form of human culture in that every mime has a different idea about what the joke written on the side of a cup of coffee cup is. Alright. Alright. Mime Staple Inspector. So let's go again to the Cheerless Spire. Level 1? You're fighting a cheerless mime copier accountant. One of the office mimes notices you and starts making menacing gestures in your direction. You stagger backwards under the force of an imaginary shove. Well, let's blast him with the cannon. Critical hit. You summon a massive cannoli cannon and fire him at your opponent. It blasts your opponent with hot tamales, dealing 122 hot damage. Get 3 more crystalline cheer, which I still don't know what it's good for. Saint Bodeus shows me more jigs. Cheerless Spire level 1. Okay, interesting. So let's check items. Can I use that cheer? No, not immediately evident what the cheer is good for. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm fighting a cheerless mime copier accountant. And I summon a cannoli cannon and then blast your opponent with straight out of the dryer socks, dealing 70 hot damage. Bodeus, dressed as St. Patrick, suddenly bends over to pick a clover. You have to tense up really quickly to avoid tripping over him. Gain muscle. And Monster Manuel shows up to tell me, Mime offices are more efficient than human offices because they don't spend any money on whiteout. Alright, I'm fighting a cheerless mime pencil accountant. I'm starting to guess these mimes are randomly generated, but I don't quite know that for a fact. One of the office mimes knows you and starts making menacing gestures in your direction. You stagger backwards under the force of imaginary shove. Yeah. Alright, blast him with the cannoli cannon. Oh, he lived! Interesting. Summon a massive cannoli cannon, fire him at your opponent, and it blasts him with rotten eggs, dealing 51 stink damage. Alright, and I kill him with the dart. Bodeas does the same thing again, and Monster Emmanuel tells me, the fact that these guys are just pretending to work makes them more or less the same as every employee in every office job ever. That's what I was thinking, actually. And then he writes an invisible passive-aggressive memo. You see one of the mimes leave his desk and move to a corner of the room, where he does an elaborate routine expressing someone who is exasperated that the invisible coffee maker is empty, and now he has to make a new pot himself. While he's busy, you loot his desk and acquire 10 crystalline cheer. What is crystalline cheer good for? Absolutely nothing. Good God, now I'm fighting a cheerless mime paperclip counter. Alright, let's blast him with the cannoli cannon and acquire some cheer. The cannoli cannon blasts your opponent with pickled homunculi, dealing 121 damage. Spooky style. Okay. And I'm fighting a cheerless mime copy auditor. Alright, let's blast him. Alright. And I win the fight. Bodeas, dressed as St. Patrick helps you with your snake banishing exercise regimen. I'm not really into the St. Patrick jokes, so I'm gonna switch my elf's mumming costume today. Let's have him dress. Did I do Prince George yet? Yeah, I think I did Prince George. Let's do Oliver Cromwell. He's dressed as Oliver Cromwell. Okay, let's go back to the cheerless spire. Alright, let's pet our ghost dog who showed up. And a cheerless mime pencil counter. Near the empty space that passes for this office's water cooler, you attract the unwanted attention of a mime functionary. Was I supposed to be killing these mimes? I mean, I'm really just killing these mimes because they're there. Oh, I should really read chat more often. That's a good idea. So I blast my opponent with Jello shots, dealing 63 damage, sleaze style, and he's dead. Bodeas peers at a tactical map of the area and pushes some toy soldiers around it with a bent stick. There we go. That's more my speed. So let's go check Tammy and see what she's got for us. Side 10, right side. Alright. Tammy's 10. Tammy waves her tambourine excitedly at you. McNally 86. Oh, she was a hippie. McNally 86, you made it back. Did you find out anything? I found out it's super weird in there. Tammy makes sort of a face. I was hoping for like something a little more revelatory. You hand her a shard of crystalline cheer you found. Well, there's this. Do you know what it is? Tammy's eyes go wide as she turns the crystal around in her hand. Oh my gosh, this is Crimbo cheer, and I've never seen it in crystalline form before. Wait, you say, by Crimbo cheer, you mean the emotional state of happiness and togetherness and sharing and so on, right? Are you telling me that this has, like, physical mass? Well, Tammy cocks her head to the side. I mean, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not 100% on modern theory of Crimbo dynamics, but as I understand it, yeah, it's possible. But it's certainly not a naturally occurring, like, occurrence. So that means that somebody's been deliberately extracting Crimbo cheer out of the atmosphere and condensing it into these crystals for some reason. Oh, that explains why all my items have been drained of Crimbo cheer. That's bad, right? Well, yeah, a person's brain can't handle this in an undiluted state. You'd smell so big the top of your head would fall off. Also, It isn't an infinite resource. Imagine if someone condensed all the oxygen out of the atmosphere. Oh yeah, that's bad. Real bad. Whoever's behind this, we've got to put a stop to it fast. Alright, you nod. I'll keep poking around and see what I find. Oh, and while you're at it, if you find any mime letters out in the world, bring them back to R&D so the boys can take a look at them. We've got ideas about how to fight these things, but they need data. Mime letters? You know, you'll know them when you see them. Alright, so that's my goal. I gotta find mimes out in the world. And Crimbo cheer. Alright, R&D tent. Oh, letters turned in. Ooh, this tent is full of industrial elves with clipboards and dictionaries. They're desperately trying to unlock the secret of mime's absence of language. Sign on the wall reads, "We need you." And 28,000 letters have been turned in so far. Whew. Alright, well, let's go try to find some letters. I guess I'll just fight things in the fungal nethers. You're fighting freaked out mushroom guy. Blammo! He's dead. Alright, well, I'll just keep spamming this until people pop up. Blammo! And my dog's here. And fighting wizard mushroom guy. Blammo! The elves just show up, the mimes show up anywhere? I wonder if I re-roll this adventure. I can keep re-rolling this adventure. Will I get a mime? I don't know. We'll find out with this rhyme. Nope. No, we won't find out. Okay. Oh! I'm fighting a silent scream. Here we go. Hush falls over the area. You turn to tell whether it's making all the absence of racket to be a little noisier. But as soon as you see it, you realize your admonition is pointless. You get the jump on it. You turn around. Oh, a hush falls over the area. You turn around to tell whoever's making all the absence of racket to be a little noisier. But soon you realize that admonition is pointless. Okay, so this is hard for me to read because it makes no gosh darn sense. That's what I thought, ETH308, but I didn't know if they were tied to level or monster level, so... Anyway, blast with the cannoli cannon. You summon a massive cannoli cannon, fire at your opponent. It blasts your opponent with bone chips, dealing 61 spooky damage, and acquire a silent eye. The eye is silent, like I in business, or an accurate description of your business acumen. Alright. And, oh, heck. I'm not turning that in. I'm going to save that. Can I put that in my display case? I can put that in my display case. That's going right in the display case. Monster Manual drops out of a nearby tree and says, nobody really took these things seriously until 1893 when Edward Munch popularized the notion. And Bodeas adjusts his little Oliver Cromwell glasses and makes some helpful adjustments to my to-do list. Alright, so I'm going to keep going in the back alley because I like to waste turns in the back alley fighting spiders. So I'm going to keep fighting spiders back here. Fighting a hungover half-orc hobo. Hungover hack-orc hobo. Boy, my speaking ability is mush. I'm fighting a silent scream, and I hit the button too fast, so I didn't read the message. But acquire a silent P. This is silent. The P is silent, like the P in psychology, or in your therapist's certainty that you're beyond help. Oh! Oh! I didn't need that! Good thing I don't have a therapist, because I'm afraid of that. Let's add that P to my display case. And I'm going to go over here to a separate sheet of paper, and I'm going to trash that, actually. I'll write it in this code book. I'm going to keep track of, and now, too bad Santa doesn't pull up a list right now. I'm actually pulling out a notebook. I'm going to write down the letters I put in my display case. So I've got an I, Okay, so let's write them all down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, which I got, so I'm going to cross out. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, which I got in my display case. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Oh, I just had a brilliant idea. If if I take my genie wishes and I copy the name on a silent scream, and then where's my genie wishes? Can I wish to fight a silent scream. Let's make a wish. Dang, I can't do that. Okay, well, it was a thought. Thought I'd force one to show up. Okay, well, let's go back to the sleazy back alley and spend some adventures there. Fighting a rushing bum. Big creepy spider. Completely different creepy spider. Half-orc hobo. A rushing bum. Big creepy spider. Yeah, I'm feeling the panic. I'm fighting a mouthless murmur. Suddenly you don't hear or see anything. But you do get the jump on it. Okay, let's shoot a spaghetti noodle at it. You conjure up a dart of spaghetti and hurl it at your opponent, dealing a damage. You think you hear something, but it's nothing. A glass on a nearby shelf suddenly shatters, pelting you with little bits of broken glass. Ah! You lose 7 hit points. You hear something, but it's nothing. Fumble. So you think you hear something behind you and wrench your neck, turning around really fast to see what it was. It was nothing. You heard nothing. The hair on your back of your neck suddenly rises up, but it passes. The hair on the back of your neck rises up so suddenly you trip over your ottoman. And so this doesn't run away. I'm just going to kill it with the cannoli cannon. And I blast it. I got a silent P. I will save this one to turn in. Alright. And Monster Manuel tells me, the quietest silence ever recorded was captured by placing a microphone in the middle of a big box of foam in an acoustics laboratory deep inside a cave 100 miles from civilization. Okay. And running out of time. Let's go turn that into R&D. Let's turn in the P. I've turned in one of them myself. You hand the letter over to the researchers. Nothing. That's it. Alright, well, I'm going to spend the rest of the time going into Silent Night. So let's fight the Silent Night and the Cheerless Spire. Fighting Cheerless Mind Pencil Accountant. Let's kill him! Bah! Get some more crystalline cheer. And Monster Manuel tells me, blah, don't have time. Mime Form Auditor, blow him up. He's dead. Hooray! Let's go again. Visible passive aggressive memo. Mime Paperclip Inspector. Yeah! Staple Auditor. Hooray! Mime Assistant. Yeah! Pencil Clerk. Yeah! Copier Inspector. Hooray! Mime Form Shuffler. Paperclip Transcriber. And you stomp around the spire for a while, but it looks like the level's all cleared out. They'll probably redeploy more mimes to it by tomorrow. Ha-ha! I managed to clear out the spire and everything. And hooray! Panic is set in. Panic, panic, panic. Panic at the falling of the Silent Night. Hey, the game didn't close. That's weird. Alright. Mime on, mate. It's a banana. Well, I wonder why. Oh, here we go. It stopped working. Okay, well, that was the episode. I'm gonna copy what it says in the Crimbo thing. And I think I'll end my episodes each night by reading a page out of the Crimbo past. So bear with me as I look that up for now. Yeah, it's down for daily maintenance. So let's look that up, and then tomorrow I'll already have it ready. So KOL Crimbo. KOL Crimbo, come on, a little faster. Crimbo history. Alright. Where is the thing? Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Boo-doop boo, boo-doop boo-doop boo. Crimbo tale, there we go. Alright, so let's read the Crimbo tale that has been... Oh, my face stopped tracking. That's weird. There we go. My face started working again. Boy, that's real creepy when I do that with a 3D face. I just lose my face like that, isn't it? I might end up going back to the cat. Anyway, so, brief history of time. Crimbo. Crimbo is the one holiday in Kingdom of Loathing that doesn't occur at a fixed date on the Loathing calendar. Its origins are shrouded in mystery, and let's be honest, a peppermint schnapps-fueled haze. But it generally involves a guy in a red fur-trimmed suit and a hat handing out presents to everyone. It's probably some kind of tax dodge. Since the naughty sorceress took over the kingdom, Crimbo has taken some interesting twists and turns over the years. If you're the kind of person who's interested in history and exposition, which I am, the following is the condensed version of the events of the past few Crimbo seasons. So I'll read part 1 tonight. So, part 1, episode 1, Death of Crimbo! Well, see, there's this trade dispute on Naboo, and haha, forget it. That story sucks. This is the story about Crimbo thus far. For hundreds of years, Father Crimbo was the jolly obese bringer of good tidings to the kingdom. Every 4 years, give or take, he'd fly through the kingdom in his magic sleigh. By the way, KOL has 4 years to every, give or take, to every one real life year. So, leaving presents for every adventurer. Nobody ever actually saw Father Crimbo or his magical home Crimbo Town, and that seemed to suit everyone just fine. Unfortunately, like all good things, especially like all good things that are fueled by nothing but whole milk and sugar cookies, Father Crimbo came to an end. Just 8 years, give or take, after the naughty sorceress first imprisoned King Ralph, the VI, so that's 11th. Father Crimbo suffered a massive heart attack and was found face down in the snow between his cottage and the reindeer stalls. The elves wept. The reindeers were... No, this is not 11, it's 9th. This is 9, I think. No, it's 11. Anyway, yeah. The elves wept, the reindeers were inconsolable, and every adventure... Nope, definitely King Ralph the 9th. Yeah, it's 9. Anyway, the elves wept, the reindeers were inconsolable, and every adventurer woke up crying and didn't know why. Well, I may be exaggerating that last bit. At the very least, everyone had a mild case of indigestion. Once the elves' tears dried, they realized that they had to act quickly to save the holiday from disappearing forever. They recalled that Father Crimbo would occasionally, if given an extra cup of eggnog, talk about his long-lost brother, a no-good, alcoholic, shiftless layabout, a traitor to the family name. The elves set off on the search of this brother, for even if he was a drunken hobo, he was the rightful heir to Crimbo, and every adventurer's last hope for a happy holiday. The elves found Uncle Crimbo laying in the gutter on the wrong side of the tracks in the sleazy back alley. Now you see why I was adventuring there. Despite his vociferous and slurred protests, the elves whisked him away to Crimbo Town, sobered him up, and taught him how to perform Father Crimbo's duties. Little did they know that entrusting a mystical holiday to a drunken layabout might not have been the best of ideas. Okay, so they aren't very bright, but it's probably all the sugar. Part 1, the story thus far. Okay, that's what I read. So tomorrow will be the Elfertariat. So this has been Crimbo, and for those of you who do not think horrible silence is uncomfortable, I have a place I used to go that had sound canceling panels on the wall, and they looked like push pin boards. So they were super expensive, and some people use them as push pin boards, and like that was ruining them. And oh, that was bad. Anyway, if you walked past them, your ear facing that is really uncomfortable. So there is actually a level of silence which is damaging to you, or at least your brain assumes it's damaging. Even deafness or a completely quiet night. There's room noise, and as you can hear right now, my microphone is making a lot of noise. The silence hasn't been edited out from my microphone, but you can do silence editing, noise editing. There's always room noise. Now you're noticing my room noise, but I'm not hearing it because I'm on my end. But you hear your room noise plus the room noise from my microphone, so that's why my room noise is annoying, and I could edit it out. But if you had true sound canceling headphones on, it'd be creepy. Silence is creepy, and especially mine. So every night I pledge to come back and try to be a rollover warrior and defend us from Crimbo, or defend Crimbo from getting stolen. Especially now that Uncle Crimbo has ascended to a new plane of existence. I assume they're condensing him? That's probably pretty painful. So yeah, that's the end of my stream. Thank you guys for watching. Merry Crimbo. I'll see you tomorrow. Have I said Crimbo enough so that now it doesn't mean anything? Crimbo, Crimbo, Crimbo. Alright, seriously, thank you guys for watching. It does mean a lot to me. Merry Crimbo. And a happy Crimbo. Bye, everybody. Ho, ho.